My name is Kalani Rogers, and I'm rocking with Tony Dominique.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Tony Dominique, and I'm here with Kay and Lonnie Rogers. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Awesome. All right, y'all. While we were sitting here, we just going straight into it. We just going straight into it.
You want to start off?
Yeah, we gonna start into it. We gonna do it right, or we not gonna do it at all. Okay. So while we were sitting here, we had a little conversation about the terminology of hot dogs, glizzies. What other things would you call? What other things do they call them?
Glizzy gladiators, glizzy gobblers. Man, those are the two off the top of my head I can think about.
Okay, so specifically from where you come, they call them glizzy gladiators, right?
Well, we just call them glizzies, okay? Like I feel like on the internet though they have so many different like versions of it, but yeah, a glizzy is just a glizzy.
Okay, all right. We gonna leave it there, y'all. We not gonna say she had a glizzy before we came here. We not talk about that. That's not what we're here to do, anyway.
No, it was not a glizzy from a really good barbecue spot. That was actually a sausage link, red hot. Thank you.
Sausage link. No, I'm joking. But anyway, so first, let's just get to just some of the simple basics. Can you tell us a bit about your background and how you started in your career?
Yeah, sure. So, background, I am from Michigan. I grew up in Detroit and also Southfield, right next to each other. Okay, yeah, so Detroit in the house. Okay, bet. Because, for the people who don't know, like Michigan, that's your initial thing is Detroit, but people who actually know about it, Southfield, and then I moved to Detroit later on in life. And, currently I have family that still stay there. So I go back during the holidays and such. But I am on the West Coast now and I like it very much. So I got started on TikTok, and after I got on TikTok, I started really pushing my content more towards YouTube. And now I'm on Twitter and I do Twitch and all sorts of things. So I feel like um, I really took off with my comedy videos, just kind of making fun of just making light of how relationships can be and your intrusive thoughts that you would have during a relationship, but making them like playing them out like if they were to really happen and stuff. And I feel like people just enjoyed that crazy aspect.
So you mentioned that you're also doing Twitch and things like that. So how do you feel that differs from either live streaming on Twitch or a live stream on YouTube versus your already pre-recorded content? Like which one is easier and which one do you like best?
So I would definitely say streaming is a lot easier because you just hop on there and you just go with whatever whenever. I feel like creating videos is a lot harder because you have to put a little bit more effort into it. The thing is, a great thing is my content a lot of times is improv, but sometimes we do plan it out, and the planning out part makes things more complicated. So I would say 100% definitely streaming is a lot easier. The only thing I feel like streaming has that makes it harder is the connection. Like sometimes you have to have really good Wi-Fi. Like the creators here, they're gonna put me on because they're walking around with backpacks and wires all attached to their camera and stuff. And I'm like, I need to know all that stuff because I don't know anything. Every time I try to go out and stream in real life IRL, my connection drops. It's the worst. But yeah.
You out here trying to stream on just your phone, just trying to tap in that way. It's okay. It's all right.
I'm doing a vlog.
It's okay. It's all right. Do you find one aspect of your work more fulfilling or challenging than the other?
I would say what's fulfilling about my work is that I'm very passionate about creating things that I find entertaining. I feel like that's my word to describe what I do because a lot of people are like, oh, you do funny videos or you do comedy or they consider me a comedian or it's goofy more or it's silly. I feel like mine, just to describe it, is just entertaining. That's all I'm supposed to do is just engage you, whether you laugh or you smile or whatever it is. That's how I just kind of want people to feel like, okay, that was entertaining. I liked watching that. At the end. So I feel like what's fulfilling for me is just being able to put whatever my thoughts are into videos and then having people watch it and enjoy it. And then you said what was challenging about my work. Man, there's so many challenges about it. I think maybe consistency. That's one of the things that are pretty hard is just trying to keep that up all the time. And put things out because I'm doing so many things all at once, and it's hard to navigate it all because not very organized. I try to be, but I'm not.
Speaking about, since we're already on like challenges and being consistent and all that stuff, um, since we're at DreamCon and DreamCon is a place for dreamers, what advice would you give someone who is on the ledge and just really wants to jump into their content and just like really get into their dreams?
Yeah, I would say if you're on the ledge and you really want to jump into your content, um, I would say, I mean, I feel like people say this all the time, but definitely just post. Like, if you want to have like, I feel like when people have something to look forward to, like a plan, like drawn out what they want to do, it's a lot easier to follow through. So you should be like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 videos and I'm gonna post 3 different times of the day so I can see what hits the most. And then try to do that as many times as you can until you see a pattern. And then you can be like, okay, this is what my audience likes, or, this is what people like to see and what makes them laugh. So, the times, different types of things and what they like. And, it can help build you as a creator. You don't just start from, just doing whatever. You try to strategize.
Okay, all right. Y'all, make a plan, okay? Like they say, make a plan, or if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail, or something like that. Yeah, that little quote.
Or planning to fail. Dang, it's something like that. It's like planning to fail, or failing to plan. Yeah, you're failing. Yeah, by failing to plan, you're planning to fail.
Got you. Y'all remember those quotes? Write them down right now. Pause the video. Write it. No, I'm just joking. Do you ever feel that urge to want to move over from like skits to doing like film?
Oh yeah. I'm already doing like a short film. I did it. It's done. I just need to do a trailer and drop it. It was a very big challenge, but I feel like it's nothing that I can't move on from and try again. And I definitely hope to get into that way more. If I have any transition from social media, it would be definitely to film and acting.
Well, tell us about this project though. You just gonna kind of skim over and not say no. You was like, yeah, I did something, but tell us about it. What's going on?
Okay, you did. You caught me. So basically, it's called The Haters Club, and it's a satire film. So honestly, it's not really like there's like jokes written into it. It's just more so like just things that are just like, yeah, it's very satire. So I feel like it's gonna be super fun to watch. And The Haters Club is just basically about a girl that kind of experiences what it would be like if Twitter was real life. So like it's just kind of interesting to watch how people just kind of move around. Like I guess like if people actually spoke like how they do on Twitter, but just everyday type of stuff.
Question about like things that you watch on TV. So I know, or at least I see, it might just be my network, is obsessed with Love Island. You look like that's your jam. Okay. And I feel like that show has the blurred community in a chokehold. So what are something other than Love Island that's your guilty pleasures that you like to watch?
So I honestly don't even really watch reality TV like that. Love Island, I just got into this one and it was crazy. Like it was so addicting. The only one I've ever watched like that before was Too Hot to Handle. But I think Love Island definitely blasts that one out of the water for sure. Especially this last season, I'll say that. But my other guilty pleasure, I would have to say The Boys, My Hero, like Bridgerton for sure. Love me some Bridgerton. Oh, I got the soundtrack. I got the soundtrack. Yeah, I'm caught up all the way. So yeah, those are my guilty pleasures. I'll say that one.
See, I don't think Bridgerton get the love that it's supposed to have. So, just because you said that, we down like 4 flats. Do you do karaoke?
No.
No
I never sound good doing karaoke, no matter how hard I try. Like, I be singing, in the shower, and, I think I can carry a tune. Like, I think I have a nice voice, but I don't know. When I do karaoke, it's just like, it's just not the best. I need the lyrics, I need the sounds in the background so I can hear.
What sounds do you need in the background?
Like her singing or someone singing or whatever, because I'll be so off tune and I'll be like, oh shit, that's not how it goes. Like,
got you. Are you open to, like, if you have I don't want to say a fan, but if you have someone who's like, oh, we've seen your content and they're not like a big production producer or anything like that, would you be open to joining their films?
Yeah, I think the only thing that would kind of stop me from doing something like that now is depending on how convenient it is for me to do something like that, to step away kind of from what I'm doing to be a part of something. And if it really works out with my brand, what I'm going for, that kind of stuff, you know. So like, because especially when it comes to acting, there's a lot of people that complain, especially like even in Marvel, about how they get into these roles and then they don't like it because they're they don't have serious roles. You know, I think of this David Batista was talking about that. You know, being in Marvel, he was like, "Oh, I want to do like more stuff." You know, and like even like with Kevin Hart, like, you know, I've seen Kevin Hart in serious movies sometimes, and it's very, very hard to put him into another light because it's like he's this funny dude. So it's like I feel like if, especially someone for me, like I'm gonna be the funny person or like the funny vixen or whatever. So it's like, okay, I guess I have to see what kind of roles that I would want to do, because it's very easy to get typecasted. So.
Speaking of roles you want to do you have like a dream, like, oh, I want to do, like, I know for me, in a role I would want to be like, I just want to be a lounge singer. Not that I'm like a great singer, I just feel like that role just seems like really fun. And I want to be a superhero too, because I think those are just two roles that, one, everybody wants to be a superhero, and two, a lounge singer just seems like you always have like the little auntie vibe. You always got to give somebody advice, you know. So those are two roles for me. So what would be some roles that you're like, I want to try this because I know I'm gonna kill it?
That's actually a good question, and it's funny. I've thought about it before. I just can't really remember exactly what it was. I don't know if it was superhero vibes because I don't know how I would. I feel like I'd look kind of funny as a superhero. I don't know if I'd be able to take myself serious. True. I could be like a Deadpool type superhero. That's where I'm going, you know? Like, oh my god. So I feel like I would just look goofy like the Deep on The Boys. Like he's just like such a, you can't take him serious, you know. Not saying that's what I want to be like, okay? We don't support the Deep. We don't support the Deep. Yeah, but no, I feel like maybe if it was like a Hunger Games type of role, you know? I feel like I could do something like that, like the Hunger Games. I feel like I honestly, I feel like I could be in The Boys for sure. I have a very like, I feel like if I was to do really well, like the best role I'd probably be able to play is satire. So.
All right, so you said maybe Hunger Games. So in Hunger Games, she had her little, motivation out to her people. So what would you do to motivate the people? What's your sign?
I don't. I feel like I'm a. What do you call it? I'm pretty radical. So I feel like if I was to be there motivating the people, I'd probably be on like the front lines. You know, I might not have that many scenes because that's probably gonna get me killed. But like, you know, I'm gonna be there radicalizing everybody to go plant the bombs, to break into the house and take down the Capitol. That's where I feel like I'd be at. You know, general.
That might not get you killed. Sometimes the radical person makes it through because everybody's like shocked in that moment, like, how could you do this? Or, the people are following you and they're like, your shield for a little bit like that. So you never know. You don't know. People might stand up for you. If you had to describe your personality in a movie title, what would it be?
A movie title. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe the deal breaker. I don't know. I feel like maybe people be like, "Oh, like I guess I'll just go." I'm thinking in terms of like the personality that I show people online. So like, my crazy goofy side, maybe that could be like a deal breaker for some people or whatever when they turn out, or they get to know her and then she turns out to be like, crazy and really attached to you and stuff. So
okay. So are you saying the crazy attached to you part is your online persona?
it's like my intrusive thoughts. I'll say that. It's a part of me. It's just another little side of me, not me.
Okay, tell me something about you that nobody knows.
Well, I'm starting to use this same answer, so people might start picking up on it, but who knows? One thing that people don't really know about me is I really, really love music that is without lyrics, so like scores, any soundtracks or anything like that. I guess it's not really classical, but yeah, definitely cinematic things. So I can listen like in the gym to music that was on like Interstellar or like Pirates of the Caribbean or like just anything Bridgerton music. Like I listen to cinematic music all the time. Like I feel like if I wasn't doing film, I'd probably try to find some way to work behind music production.
Last question. When it's all said and done, you know what I'm saying? You've reached all your goals, filmed all your films. What type of staple do you want your name to have on the industry?
I think that the only thing that I would want to like really have, I guess, is just that she brings good energy, you know, like when it comes to like films or movies or anything like that, she brings good energy and makes you think. Because I would want to make movies where you get lost in it, but you also are kind of like, wow, what if that was to happen? Or it makes you see something differently after it's done. Those are my favorite movies, is once you watch it, you kind of like get inspired by something or like you think about something a little bit different. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's the only mark that I would want to leave on the world is just, inspiration.
All right, y'all. Hopefully, y'all had a great time and bye.